Good morning. Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. And welcome to Coffee with Karma. I am your host, Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market their books so that they can attract clients and grow their business. So today I'm going to go through the first 5 steps of the author's journey. And that's how you get from, I have no idea what to write, to completing your first draft. There's just 5 steps. And they're relatively simple, although sometimes they're not always easy. And I actually have books to help you walk you through those steps. So I will mention what books those are because they're only 99 cents anyway. So there you go. So step one is to identify your idea. Now, the methodology I use is based on what I call your customer transformation map. That is the full journey, full transformational journey that you lead your clients from. So, for example, the journey I lead my clients from is from I don't know what to write my book on, but I do know I need to write one, all the way to my book is in people's hands and growing my business. That's the full transformation. It's a pretty big transformation, and there's lots of little milestones along the way. Your transformation journey is a map from that beginning point to that end point with all the milestones in between. Now, I have created a custom GPT that helps you walk you through the process of creating that, and that is a bonus as part of the 8-week training program that I'm going to be launching in October. If that's of interest to you, drop uh, GPT in the comments and I will send you a link to the wait list. But you don't have to wait because you can buy the first book in my Author's Journey series. It's called It All Starts with an Idea, and it walks you through my entire ideation process, which includes step number 2, which is validate the idea. Because more than likely, you're going to come up with several ideas for books based on your customer transformation journey. I say select 1 to 3 from the beginning of their journey because this will grab the most people and makes a better client attracting book. But then how do you choose which idea? You validate it. And I have a whole process for validating it that's also outlined in that book. It all starts with the right idea. It all starts with an idea, and that is available on Amazon for only 99 cents. So it's a Kindle book. But basically, what I do is I take the idea and then I search the internet, I search Amazon, I search educational portals like Udemy, and I search YouTube trying to find out, are people asking about this idea? The more yeses you can get with all those places, the better validated your idea is. Now, can you write a book that does well that doesn't pass validation? Yes, but you have to be strategic about it. So, for example, I ran the idea for my first book, It All Starts with an Idea, through all those tests. No one is really asking, how do I come up with the idea? Or if they are, people aren't answering it, which told me that it wasn't that viable of an idea, but it's part of my customer transformation journey and it strategically leads to the other books. Therefore, I decided to go ahead with it, and it is actually the most successful of the 4 books in the series. So people are hungry for it. They just maybe they didn't know how to articulate the question, and I did find a couple of books that answer that question in their book, but they don't market it that way. So I think there's probably a gap there that that book filled. But I decided to go against validation strategically. It fit with what I was trying to accomplish with my series. If it was gonna be a one-off book, I wouldn't have done it. So there you go. Step 1, identifies at least 1 to 3 ideas. Step 2, validate that the market wants your idea. Step 3, develop a research-based outline. Now, I'm not talking, Roman numeral 1, capital A. It doesn't have to be that fancy. What you want is just basically your table of contents, or at least what you think your table of contents will be. And I say research based because what you need to do is make sure that table of contents, one, addresses what readers are going to expect to be in that book. I call that the giant pink gorilla. And you need to address the giant pink gorilla, and you either need to A, embrace it and do your dance, or B, debunk it and say it doesn't belong here and get it out of the room. And the reason why I say do your dance is because everyone dances with the pink gorilla in your topic. Everyone does. That's why it's a pink gorilla. But they all dance with it in their own way. Some dance it out of the room because they don't believe in it. Some dance a waltz, some dance a tango, some dance the Watusi. You dance your dance with the pink gorilla, and that's part of what makes your book unique. So that's one thing that needs to be in your table of contents. The other thing that needs to be in your table of contents is what are readers looking for in that topic, but not finding or not finding to their delight. And you want to include that. That also makes your book unique. And then the third thing that needs to be in that table of contents is you. It can be in the stories that you include under the table of contents. It can be in how you name the table of contents. It could be that the organization of the table of contents follows a framework, but you need to be in your book. And if you can insert at least notes about that into your outline. So the three things: what are readers going to expect? What are they looking for, not finding? And you. Those are the three things that need to be in your research-based outline. And the reason why I want you to have a research-based outline is because I don't want you to have a book that when people find it, go, well, this is stupid. I'm not going to buy it. Because the table of contents doesn't even address this big giant pink gorilla that I expect to be in here. So it can't be that good. And you don't necessarily know what the pink gorilla is until you see what are other people writing about. Step 4. So you've got your outline. It's got a little bit of you in it, and you're gonna start writing your book, but now what you wanna do is go through that table of contents you've created and start identifying what stories you can layer in. What stories about you and your life? What stories about your clients and their results? What stories about what's happening, like public domain stories that all relate to and illustrate the points that you want to make in your book. Layer those in now so that you can more easily remember to include them when you're writing your book. And step 5, write your book. Now, these are the 5 steps I will be taking my clients through in my 8-week program that launches in October. So if this is of interest to you, drop GPT or program in the comments, and I will get back to you with a link to the wait list for that program. I'm not sure if it's available yet, but I will definitely keep you in mind and let you know when the wait list is available, and we'll go from there. So I hope you found these 5 steps helpful. Obviously, there's more steps after the first draft, but that would be beyond 5 steps, and I only cover 5 things in Coffee with Karma. So there you go, 5 steps to discover and write your book's first draft. I hope you found that helpful. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now.